Welcome to Ring the Bell. This is a Macho Fan Production. I am your host, the Macho Fan, and this is the wrestling game show where the points don't matter and the only prize is bragging rights. Today we have on 4 wrestling creators, and they're going to compete in 3 rounds of different debate-style topics, and they will receive points for making good points, and they will lose points for backtracking or ridiculousness. So now, let's meet our contestants. Our first contestant is from SoCal. He is a broadcaster, a podcaster, a ring announcer, and a college student. He used to be SockMonkeyMike, but for now we know him as itsMikeWexler. But for today, he's going as SockMonkeyMike again. So here he is. Let's give it up.
Hey, hello.
Thank
Greetings.
you for joining us, Mike. And our second competitor is joining us all the way from Japan. He is a world traveler, but you won't hear him bragging about it. Welcome, Prince Petty.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Thank you again for joining us. And then our third competitor is coming from the Great White North. You might have seen him in his Power Rangers gear, but today he's dropping the wrestling knowledge. Give it up for Matty Jay.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the... Wait, this is not the WrestleCast. What am I doing here?
Well, thank you for joining us. We want you here. And then finally, making a return to Ring the Bell, fresh from a children's soccer game. He is not driving this week, but he is back. Welcome back, Big Mike.
What's going on, everybody? The only 2-time heel Kevin's running from me. I want him. Come back.
All right, we'll definitely need to get Kevin back in here, but now let's get into it. Now, like I said, this is a wrestling game show. The first round, each guest will have 30 seconds to respond to 3 different wrestling headlines of the week. The second round, each guest will have 30 seconds to buy or sell different matches or storylines. And then the round 3 is going to be a showdown between the top 2. And each contestant will watch a clip from the week and have 90 seconds to respond. Whoever has the most points gets 2 minutes to rant, fantasy book, brag, say whatever they want. Are you guys ready to play?
Yep, let's do
All
it.
right, let's get into it.
Go. Let's do it.
So
Bring it
Prince
on.
Petty is going to start this round out. So let me get the timer ready.
Oh, God.
All right. So Prince Petty, after I start the question, you will have 30 seconds to respond. So John Cena hasn't had a match all year. This is the first time since his WWE debut. Do we expect to see John Cena wrestle before the year's end? Your time starts now.
I'm going to say no. I don't think John Cena is going to show up anytime soon because if I'm not mistaken, they're starting second season of Peacemaker, which is what he's mostly been going after. It seems like he's trying to pull a Rock and mostly go towards his acting career. He's more focused on that. He's pushed the wrestling side of him completely out of the way. You know, he used to talk about how he was there for the fans and everything, but I think he's now just in it for the movie money and just trying to go after that Hollywood ticket. So I don't think we're going to see him, but if we do, it'll be a very nice surprise.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. All right. Now let's get into next contestant is Mike Wexler. You have 30 seconds. Same question.
Wow. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. We don't need John Cena. Wrestling does not need John Cena. I mean, you look at the product that's happening now, all the stories that are happening, it's natural. We don't need a certain multi-million-dollar actor to be there. We don't need John Cena. I keep saying it over and over again because as Petty had mentioned, he's gone Hollywood. There's no need to see the guy you can't see.
I do like the ending to that one. Good job, Mike. Good job, Mike. All right. So, Matty Jay, let me just get the timer reset and 30 seconds starts now.
WWE does not need John Cena. John Cena doesn't even need WWE. Let's be honest. He's the Peacemaker. He's got that DC Marvel movie money going for him now. However, if he wants to come back, he'd be more than welcome, especially with the new direction, the new booking, the new direction, the new everybody. Let's be honest here. If he wanted to wrestle Roman Reigns one more time or wanted to wrestle anyone on that roster under Triple H's run, he'd fit right in, but he is not needed anymore.
All right. Good points there. Good points there. All right. And then finally, it's going to Big Mike. Big Mike, 30 seconds to you.
Nope.
He's muted. You're muted,
buddy.
I'll pause it. Let's reset the clock there.
Oh, I'm
It's
so
all right.
sorry. I was
You
yelling
get
at
a
my
full
daughter.
again.
He was like
30
ranting.
seconds.
Yeah.
I was going to. I was like so pumped.
Go ahead.
Nice job.
Okay, I was always taught when I was growing up, if you're going to do something, do it big. Yes, we need John Cena, just like we always need a better beer, just like we always need a better steak, just like we always need a better woman. Kind of. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what the product is going on. He's a legend. It would be the same thing when Rock comes back. He's so busy now, we don't know when we're going to have these opportunities. Yes, we need him.
All right, intense points there. Little questionable with the descriptions, but hey, we'll move right past that. All right, so now we're gonna keep it with Big Mike since you did have that audio trouble, so we'll keep you unmuted for right now. But let's get into question 2, which is Sasha Banks no more. The former WWE superstar has officially changed her Twitter handle to Mercedes Varnado, her real name. So do we expect to see her or Trinity Fatu, aka Naomi, in WWE? 30 seconds.
Okay, that's 2 separate questions. Trinity, yes, she may not be back soon, but she's Bloodline. And if they ever wanted to expand Bloodline to the females, it's a natural progression. I mean, I guess they could use Tamina Snuka, but it doesn't really work. She's naturally going to come back. Now, as far as Sasha, I don't know, and I don't care. And here's why. I think she has such a diva attitude. She came from such a great group, the 4 Horsewomen. They were pinnacles. I'm upset with her.
All right, and that's some passion there. I felt that. So now we're going to move over to Matty Jay. Matty Jay, you have 30 seconds. Same question.
I think we have to leave it up to both of them. For Trinity Fatu, if she wants to come back, she absolutely will come back. But for Mercedes, she's been burned so many times by the old regime that at this point, if she doesn't want to come back at all, she'd be in the right. She, again, going back to John Cena and Peacemaker, she's got the Mandalorian going. She's got other things going in her life. If she wants to come back, fair play. But if not, I don't think anyone would blame her on the return.
All right, good points there. Good points there. We're going to move over to Mike Wexler. It's Mike, SockMonkeyMike, 30 seconds to you.
And I get these other points, but you guys keep forgetting WWE does not need Naomi. WWE does not need Sasha Banks. It's up to them what their future holds. Sasha Banks could still make that WWE money without even being in the company. Same thing goes with Trinity Fatu, aka Naomi. And they can still be riding in the sunset without leaving anything, TV, nothing. They could be doing these little small deals, small meet and greets, and still be 500 plus. So in sense, we don't need them.
Interesting take there. Interesting. And finally, we're going to Prince Petty. Prince Petty, 30 seconds. Starts now.
I gotta disagree with everything SockMonkeyMike just said. He talked about how WWE doesn't need Naomi or Sasha Banks. Without those two, we have a very weak women's roster. In my opinion, it is probably one of the weakest women's rosters that we've seen. They're both going to go back to the WWE. They're both going to go back to the company that their husbands work at, where Sasha Banks' husband, Makazi, works at, where Trinity's husband Jay works at. They're gonna go and stand by their men, and they're gonna go back to WWE because Triple H is gonna bring him back in with the big bucks.
I don't know, babe.
Interesting takes. Interesting takes.
If you want him, take him.
Yeah, well, Big Mike's saying, but we're gonna move right into the final debate topic of round 1. And this one is coming at an injury concern. Randy Orton's back injury may be more serious than expected. Have we seen the last of the Viper? We're going to start with Matty Jay.
It's hard to say at this point. With a back injury, any back injury at any level is difficult. It is debilitating. There's my thing. I don't know if we have seen him, but if we are seeing him again, I would not expect him to be at 100% to the level that he previously presented himself as. If that's the case, instant Hall of Famer. First ballot, put him in the Hall of Fame easily. If we are seeing him back, I hope he takes it easy, doesn't take too many back bumps anymore. That would help.
I agree. We definitely don't want to see Randy Orton doing those back power slams anymore, or at least not taking them at least. All right, so Big Mike, let's move over to you. 30 seconds.
I hope we have seen the last of Randy Orton. And I'm going to use a comparison in the sports world. Randy Orton has a chance right now to be Barry Sanders. And here's what I mean. He's a great. He can retire on top. He is on top right now. Top 3 or 4 performers in the world when he wants to be. He can retire, not have these Jericho questions, not have these Flair questions, Hogan, everybody that went too long.
All right, good points there. Good points there. I do like the Barry Sanders comparison. Now let's move over to Prince Petty. You got 30 seconds.
I'm going to tell you this right now. We are going to see Randy Orton back, whether it's WrestleMania or even the Royal Rumble. And here's why. He's going to take the performance that Cody Rhodes did with his pectoral injury, and he's going to push through, and he's going to show up. Why? Because that is exactly what the Legend Killer does and what the Viper does. He's not going to let some injury put him on the sideline. Randy Orton is going to be the one man to knock Ric Flair's 16-time world champion out of the corner. He's going to do that. Why? Because it is Randy freaking Orton.
All right. All right. I do love the passion for Randy Orton. And since Mike is doing the pose, we might as well go to SockMonkeyMike for the final take in round 1.
This is the final take because this is the best take over here. You know what I mean? Because you compared him earlier, Big Mike, but you know what? Let's compare him to the best football player of all time and Tom Brady. That is who Randy Orton is compared to. He is the Tom Brady of not just WWE, but professional wrestling, sports entertainment, because he is still fine wine, even at this day and age, over 20 years in the business. And he's going to persevere, keep going, and he's going to break Ric Flair's record.
One would argue Brett Favre over Tom Brady when it comes to Brett.
Okay, well, let's keep Brett
Just
Favre.
saying.
I'm just looking for a window to jump out of.
Has his own deals that he's working with right now. He does not need to be brought into the wrestling world. All right, guys, and that is it for round 1. We're going to go over the scores right now. I know our contestants have not been able to see our scores, but our viewers are able to see our scores down on our screen. But coming in with Prince Petty has 5 points. itsMikeWexler has 3 points. Matty Jay has 9 points. And Big Mike has 6 points. So Matty Jay is leading us into round 2 with Big Mike coming in second. And then we got Prince Petty coming in third with SockMonkeyMike rounding it out. All right, guys, we'll be back after this short break. We'll see you here shortly for round 2.
Are you a fan of WWE, AEW, or just wrestling in general? Are you a fan of sports, gaming, or just trying to find somewhere to vibe? You gotta join Keepers Kayfabia, the Discord community that hosts the NGT promo battle community. If you want to know more about that, check this out.
Tally ho, everyone. NGT is home to some of the best promo artists this century.
Under the great banner of NGT and Hugs himself, we all invite you to come join us and do some promoting.
Yeah, go to war with us, boy.
Come fight with us.
Even if you want to just have fun and play some games with us.
Come and sail the 7 seas with me.
Maybe you feel the need to shoot to kill.
Or if you just want to put a smile on people's faces.
So, whether you want to compete,
Lion, I'm a tiger. I'm a lion. I'm a tiger. Or you just want to enjoy yourself. See, there's always something to do in NGT.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking!
Wow, that's no good. So get off your pathetic ass and join the Discord.
Whether you want to see the light
or embrace your darkness.
And make sure to join us at the NGT Discord. You'll find that most of the time the link is in most of our competitors and members' bios. Well, if you want to have some fun.
Or if you want to prove why you are the best since day 1.
Where you can challenge some of the greats and legends. Or you can just mark out for them.
Because we've been here the whole time.
All right, welcome back to Ring the Bell. This is the wrestling game show where the points don't matter and the only prize is bragging rights. Now we are back with our contestants, Big Mike, Prince Petty, Matty Jay, and SockMonkeyMike. That's too many mics for my liking, so let's break this down and try to get them down to the showdown round, where we're going to take 4 of these contestants and go down to 2 contestants. But first, we're going to buy or sell these match feuds from the week. Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
So we're going to start with our last place contender, which is SockMonkeyMike with 3 points. All right, Mike. So we're going to start with you. You'll have 30 seconds to respond to buy or sell this match feud. So Sami Zayn is in the bloodline. He is getting an honorary Uso. He is living his best life. However, he does seem to have a feud with Jey Uso. How are we buying or selling Sami in the bloodline?
We are buying Sami Zayn in the bloodline. That is the honorary boost. That is the man that is going to take the bloodline all the way to the top. I mean, you look at Sami Zayn, you compare him to everybody that has ever won a championship. That man is a genius when it comes to being a heel, being a face. He tells a story. And then having this with Jey Uso, trying to have a little bit of tensions, we're going to see Jey Uso possibly out of the bloodline, because you already know the honorary Uso is up there. And of course, I'm going to end it with We the Ones.
All right. We the Ones. We the Ones. All right. Let's move over to Prince Petty. You have 30 seconds.
Oh, we buying this feud all day, every day. But this is what I'm thinking. Instead of the world title picture, we're going to get Sami Zayn and my boy Solo Sikoa to win the tag team titles off of the Usos. They're going to go ahead and they're going to split up the entire bloodline. They brought him up. Solo has sided with Sami 110%. I really think that the baby brother is going to go ahead and try to put the big brothers in their place. He hasn't really had any interaction with Roman, no interaction with Paul Heyman. So I think Solo's gonna side with Sami, new tag team champions, Sami Zayn.
All
for
right,
life.
Big Mike, 30 seconds.
Shout out Sephiroth to the problem. I got this from him the week before he signed. I'm a big Solo guy, but I'm selling this, and here's why I'm selling. You want to know when WCW died? They didn't die when Arquette won the title. They died when Sting went red and black.
Ooh.
Because at that point, what else do you have to do? This is a bad look. I have been a big Triple H guy this far, but this is a big thing I think is really, really telling of what may be going on.
All right, interesting thoughts. Matty J, final thoughts on Sami Zayn bloodline.
I am buying on this particular situation simply because Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn, the minute they pull the trigger, can become WWE's feud of the year. That's how good it is. Also, shout out to the guy online who decided to put Jey Uso's angry looking mug when Sami got that honorary Uso t-shirt with a subtitle going, Jey Uso, 2022 Player Hater of the Year. I'm a big Chappelle Show fan. I have to shout that out. There's nothing else to say. This is an absolute buy simply on that feud. Maybe not Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn. That's feud of the year material right there.
All right, good points there, guys. Good points there. All right, and now speaking of feuds, we're getting a very interesting feud with Loomis being very mysteriously kidnapping and attacking and going after The Miz. Are we buying or selling the Miz and Loomis feud? We're gonna start with Prince Petty.
So this is a very tough decision for me, but I am buying this feud. So what we've noticed with The Miz in the last year, he's been a big stepping stone for a lot of younger talent, especially Logan Paul. If we looked at what he did with Logan Paul at WrestleMania and SummerSlam, he was his stepping stone. So to bring Dexter Loomis back to be that stepping stone for him, and to have Tommaso Ciampa by his side and have him be elevated to the next level because of this feud for both, like all 3 of the competitors involved in this feud, I think this is a top-notch feud right now.
All right, let's move over to itsMikeWexler.
Okay, oh, shoot, I was going to say, before I get into everything, let me get my wallet out because I am personally buying. Okay, there's nothing in here, but basically, I'm putting my whole money in this feud with Dexter Lumis and, of course, The Miz. Because let's face it, Dexter Lumis could tell a story. Dexter Lumis has done everything. I'll even name drop Impact Wrestling, where he started in this journey. He had those storylines with Ken Anderson, aka Mr. Kennedy, back in the day. So this is a great shot for Miz, and this is a great shot for Lumis in both their perspective.
All right, let's move over to Big Mike.
With an empty wallet.
Big Mike? Yep.
Are you ready? Oh, I was just waiting. Sorry about that. You little peons have no ideas. Let Big Mike tell you how big this is. You guys are buying it for the wrong reason. This is not to make Dexter Lumis the star. This is going to crash with the White Rabbit, and it's going to be Mania-ish next year. The Miz as an ultimate face against Bray Wyatt.
Interesting take.
Book it.
Booking it now. Miz and Bray
Hot
Wyatt
take.
at Mania.
Terrible hot
Interesting.
take.
I'm gonna be there for Mania, but Matty Jay,
You're
we need
jealous.
you showing up right now. 30 seconds. What do we think of Miz and Lumiz?
I'm selling it because I don't think it's a long-term thing. As a short-term thing, I love it. It's been comedy horror at its best. It's Miz trying to pantomime himself out of Dexter Lumis being the ultimate cartoon Jason Voorhees, and it is working. It's fun. It's a great filler feud. It's a great way to introduce Dexter Lumis. I don't know if I buy it as a long-term feud, but as up till Halloween, up until past Halloween Havoc, past Extreme Rules, fine. But I have to sell it.
All right, good points there. I good
That's
points,
fair.
especially with the holiday coming up. I you don't think about that, and they brought it out a few weeks ago. So in a sense, for WWE, that might be long-term booking. All right, so now let's keep it with Matty Jay. Matty Jay, we saw the return of the Poison Pixie this week, Candice LeRae, and she returned versus Nikki Ash. What do we think about Candice LeRae's return and her future with WWE?
Buy for sure. She's with Johnny Gargano, so it only makes sense that to see Candice come back along with Johnny Gargano. People were complaining about the match itself. It was fine. And side note, Nikki ASH pulling out the mask post matchup. There's a nice, interesting character turn that's going to happen down the line. As far as the matchup is concerned, absolute buy. The crowd was there. The crowd was buying it. Nothing else to say there.
All right, good points there. Good points there. Let the clock run out so we can reset. Now we're going to move over to Big Mike. Big Mike, 30 seconds on the Poison Pixie.
I have to sell because I really feel like every time I see her on TV, we're always waiting for that great moment that we think is there, but she never produces. It's like just waiting and waiting and waiting on my ex-wife to stop talking. It's not going to happen either, right? So I have to live with it. I cannot live with her in ring. If she wanted to do something as a valet for Johnny, all about it. I can't stand her.
Interesting take. So passionate. So passionate. All right, let's move over to Prince Petty. Prince Petty, 30 seconds.
I am buying this for the sole fact that we have one half of the guys that created the Gargano bomb in chat right now because the Pixie is coming forward. I'm so very happy about this. I've gotten to meet both of them in real life, Johnny and Candice, and this is a big move for Candice. The fact that she's stepping out of the light as a mother and going ahead and following, coming back is huge. I'm very excited about this. Candice LeRae, spot on. Just too sweet. It's just too damn
All right.
sweet.
And finally, the interviewee of Candice LeRae recently. Got to save him for last. Big Mike or SockMonkeyMike, let's hear what you got to say.
Well, before I get everything started, I'd like to give this $1 to Big Mike because that little opinion that he had was stupid. And then let's actually put in all the money that I have, which probably is hopefully a lot because I am buying this. Candice LeRae coming back to WWE. This is her time. This is her time to work with the women's division, make it better. I had the pleasure of watching their careers, both hers and Johnny's from the beginning. I got to meet them both in person recently. These are legends. These are heroes. And they're going to take the WWE by storm.
All right. All right. Good takes there. Good takes there. Now we're about halfway through. All right. So we're going to keep rolling with it. Prince Petty, you're going to start this round or this question off. Now, we saw on AEW Dynamite, Bandito versus Jericho and a stellar barn burner to take out the main event there. Jericho vowed to defeat every ROH champion and vows to start with Bryan Danielson, I should say. How are we buying or selling Jericho as Ring of Honor champion?
I'm selling this. I am selling this 110%. As much as I respect Bryan Danielson, Chris Jericho as Ring of Honor World Champion did not need to happen. We could have pushed Claudio Castagnoli through the roof. We could have dropped the title to somebody like Daniel Garcia instead of giving him the pure championship, giving him the actual world championship and have him push. But no, we wanted to go ahead and give it to some has-been, washed up, no good son of a BO guy from Canada. In my opinion, this did not need to happen. I'm selling this for a penny.
All right, Matty Jay, there were shots fired there. 30 seconds to you.
I hope present company excluded here, but I am buying this simply on the fact that it took Chris Jericho as AEW World Champion to actually sell AEW to Warner for TNT and TBS. That's fact number one. Fact number two, Chris Jericho the Ocho. I want that shirt. I want that shirt. 3, if Tony Khan doesn't have a TV deal set up, he's damn close. That's probably the big reason why he got the belt in the first place. That and the list of Ring of Honor champions that he would be facing in the interim. Can you tell me that's not a good? Give me a list of matches and tell me that's not going to be good because you're wrong.
It's not good.
Okay,
I'll tell you
well,
that.
we're going to move over to Mike Wexler. SockMonkeyMike, how do you feel?
Jericho is going to kill Ring of Honor. Jericho is going to ruin what Ring of Honor was. It already happened when Claudio won the title, let's be honest. As soon as Jonathan Gresham lost the title, it went downhill from there. Bandito was a little nice touch. But other than that, there is nothing going to happen with Ring of Honor. We've been promised all this time that there's going to be a TV deal. So close for so many months, almost to a year. But Jericho is going to be the end of Ring of Honor.
Interesting takes there. Interesting takes. All right, let's round it out, Big Mike. 30 seconds starts now.
I would like to introduce everybody to my backup dancers, Little Marky Mark. You guys are all marking out for this and not thinking big. Listen, here's why it's good. Last week I sold him as ROH champion, but I'm buying this week. You set up how many great matches, and then you do bring somebody that the loyalists want back, like a Gresham or somebody like that he has to face at like one of the first debuts on wherever this network is. Because that's where it is. Matty Jay hit it. It's because they're close to a deal.
All right. And maybe they must be because, yeah, with Jericho and where he's at, we should see something shortly. But what we were really wondering to see was the Soraya's role in AEW. And we saw it with an AEW women's lumberjack title match. Are we buying or selling a women's lumberjack match in AEW? We're going to start with SockMonkeyMike.
So the women's lumberjack match, total fail, total trash. This is WCW stuff happening all over again with these type of matches. Why would we need a lumberjack match? That's something hasn't been anything hip since 06. And even that was kind of a little bit of a barn burner. So the women's lumberjack match, like, come on, yo. Like Saraya, whatever her name is, Paige, as we all know. It was cool to see her, yeah, return. But like, Is she really going to save the women's division? No, because we see it time and time and again. No one is going to save them.
All right, Matty Jay.
I've had this take for a while. It's shit or get off the pot with this division now. And this Saraya is that last shot. I have to sell on the Lumberjack match or the Lumberjill match simply because it's the Wrestle Talk News joke. All the AEW women standing in a row. We're still back to one or two segments per week with these women, and they deserve much better. You have the talent to bring up that revolution. Do something. The Lumberjack match, sell. It's not doing something. It's doing the opposite of that.
All right, Big Mike.
Yeah, Matty and I are on a level today. I got to agree with him, and here's why. We got to see those women do great stuff in the indies when they were doing a lot of their own work and they were using their own brains, right? Well, we big males in the wrestling industry haven't caught completely up with that thought. So they're getting misused. And as an art form, I would rather see them spread out amongst indies. I know they don't make a lot of money that way, but I appreciate their art 1,000 times more than I do now.
Interesting. All right, let's move to Prince Petty. 30 seconds.
You all are not seeing the bigger picture, and this is disappointing as hell. I am buying this because what normally happens in a Lumberjack match, chaos on the outside ring. We are going to see women have new feuds. We're going to see women go ahead and be pushed potentially into the bigger picture. Somebody's going to cost Saraya the opportunity. I don't know who it is going to be yet, but someone is going to be there. And I'm telling you, this is what is best for business. And I'm not just saying that because I'm Heelco. This is what's going to be what is best because they are pushing. They're showing the entire women's roster in one segment. And I think this is what the women's roster needed. Show who we have and push them.
All right. I mean, I definitely think they need to show them, but maybe maybe we need to show them in a good light. All right, so let's get into. We have 2 topics left. I did add one last minute last night, but second to last one, we get Extreme Rules with Extreme Rules. Which match are you buying or selling thus far that's been announced for Extreme Rules? We're going to start with Big Mike.
It's Karrion Kross all day, every day. Stop the show. That's what everybody's waiting for. A scrap match with these 2 savages. I don't care what show or how old they are. I will always watch this. I love this idea. I think it's a great way to show that it's going to be less entertainment and there's going to be some physical stuff now. And that's okay. We kind of went away from that after Benoit and just some tragedies, and I get it, but we're moving back and we're coming back strong.
All right. Good takes there. Good takes. Matty Jay, 30 seconds to you.
Quickly, I have to sell Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey because I don't think Ronda Rousey belongs in a WWE ring anymore. I was close to buying McIntyre versus Karrion Kross. Those 2 are big brutes with a strap. That's going to be something. But I have to buy on Brawling Brutes versus Imperium because Gunther or Walter, because I call him Walter, and you should call him Walter, and Sheamus are going to batter each other again, and there is nothing wrong with that at all.
All right, SockMonkeyMike.
When I look at this card, there's a lot that I could sell, but there's one match I'm going to buy, and that buy, and you guys haven't been talking about it. It's the match that everybody's waiting for. We're waiting for Bayley to finally win the Raw Women's Championship. And even if it's in a ladder match, get this, Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai all holding and running the women's division. That's what the little revival that this women's division needs. It needs to be with Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. And I didn't mean to rhyme.
It did rhyme, and that was a good way to end it. Prince Petty, 30 seconds.
So basically, you want Bailey pulling a Toxic Attraction. Got it. Glad I know where your mind's at. I am buying Sheamus versus Gunther all day, every damn day. This match is going to be one killer of a match. I would buy this entire pay-per-view. This card is probably one of the best that I've seen for an Extremes pay-per-view in a long time. We're finally getting that blood, guts, and gore, hopefully, that an Extreme pay-per-view deserves. There's straps, there's ladders, there's so many no DQs. I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited about the direction that Triple H is taking this pay-per-view to, and hopefully he continues, excuse my language, continues taking this to the right level.
All right, good points there. Now this is our final topic, and I was gonna end it the last one, but because of the stipulation on this next match, I had to throw it in there. Now, last night during AEW Rampage, it was announced that Andrade versus 10 in a leaving AEW versus a mask match, where if Andrade loses, he will leave AEW. If 10 loses, he must take off his mask. Are we buying or selling this feud? We're going to start with SockMonkeyMike.
I am buying this feud. Whenever it comes to mask versus leaving company, I got to, because we all know at the end of the day that these two are the most like star-studded people when it comes to Andrade, who we've known from WWE in the past, and of course, aka 10 or Preston Vance, as we all know. But it's cool to see where their careers go afterwards. Does Andrade leave and maybe go to AAA? Does Vance actually take off the mask? Because he's pretty handsome without the mask. So like, we can all either see either way. And don't have me, you marks.
All right, let's move to Big Mike, from one mic to the other.
You know, the worst part of Rey Mysterio's career was when he lost his mask at the end of WCW. Did he still have a great product? Absolutely. But watch his matches now and tell me it's not awkward. I'm okay with the mask stipulation if he understands what's coming after. And it's the end of your career. You get that you're not going any further than this. And I don't want to see him do that.
All right. Let's move over to Prince Petty.
I'm selling this. I am selling this for less than a penny because of the fact you have built Andrade to be not a top star, but one of the big guys. You literally gave him Rush from Ring of Honor to have his small little thing, and this is what you want to do to him. You literally built 10 to be the big brother to -1, and this is what you want to do to him. You're going to go ahead and try to put both of them in this unspeakable predicament. I can't do it. 10 is by far one of the most loved members of the Dark Order, and you're going to put him in this. No, I'm selling this for less than a penny all day, every day.
I do like the points that you made. So good, your good passion there. Now, Matty Jay, let's finish out this round.
I have to buy it because we have to think big picture here. Let's be honest with each other here. Dark Order, they've been mid for a while. No offense, because they're awesome, but Andrade is trying to recruit 10. He's been trying to recruit 10 for a while now. Plus, Luchas de Puestas, and I apologize for butchering that. Those are also fun matches. Take the mask away. He's a handsome dude, and put him with La Facción Ingobernable. Watch his stock go up. And with Andrade and Rush in there as well, that's a hell of a trio. Guess what championships they have?
Hey, that is a good point to make. Like, they are definitely trying to build their trios team. So good points there. All right, so that was the end of round 2. So now what we have to do is a score breakdown to find out which of our members are going to the final 2. All right, so let's look through these scores. Ooh, it looks like it is a close one. And coming in second place is Mike Wexler. And then coming in at first place is Matty Jay. So we will see Matty Jay and Mike Wexler into the finals. Thank you for Big Mike and Prince Petty. Prince Petty, you had 20 points. Big Mike, you had 21 points. And so we're going to see how this breaks down. Mike Wexler, you had 26. Matty Jay had 27. So Matty Jay, you'll go into the third round with the advantage. But before we get to that, we're going to take another short break here. We'll see you guys back in a short minute. So G Fuel sent me these WWE shakers, and I'm going to give them away to you. First, we got to check out some new products here at GNC. All right, so we got the new G Fuels here. This is the Divine Peach, the Sour Power, and the Miami Night. And guess what, guys? I'm going to give these away to you right now, so stay tuned. All right, this is what we're going to be giving away. First prize is going to win all 3 of the new ready-to-drink cans, the NWO shaker, as well as some of the hydration powder. That's 30 servings of that hydration powder to try out. So G Fuel sent me these WWE shakers, and I'm going to give them away to you. First, we got to check out some new products here at GNC. All right, so we got the new G Fuels here. This is the Divine Peach, the Sour Power, and the Miami Night. And guess what, guys? I'm going to give these away to you right now, so stay tuned. All right, this is what we're going to be giving away. First prize is going to win all 3 of the new ready-to-drink cans, the NWO shaker, as well as some of the hydration powder. That's 30 servings of that hydration powder to try out with your new NWO cup. And there's not just going to be one winner. We're going to have a second winner as well, and they're going to win the Stone Cold Steve Austin shaker as well as some of the hydration powder as well.
Oh man, I can't believe it. It's here. So I already kind of unboxed this, not completely, but just a little bit. Oh. Nice. There it is. Logo. Stone Cold. Oh, that is awesome. Nice. G Fuel. Ooh. Pretty cool. Thank you, Macho Fan. You are awesome. I really appreciate it. I'm also going to tag G Fuel in this and a few other people. Great job, man. Thank you very much.
And welcome back to round 3 of Ring the Bell. This is the final video showdown round. Now we have a showdown between Matty Jay and SockMonkeyMike. And Matty Jay won the first 2 rounds. So Matty Jay, will you be selecting video A or video B?
This feels like the match game. I'm going to go with video B.
Video B. All right. And so, Mike, you're going to be going with video A. Let me just pull that up real quick. And you will be seeing it right here. Let me pull it up. And boom, hopefully the audio works. I'm going to have to share the screen with audio, won't I? And here it goes. Mike, you will have watched. It's about 18 seconds long and share with sound. All right, SockMonkeyMike, you have 90 seconds to respond, and your time starts now.
So first and foremost, I know where this event is. I know who that was, and I know who the person who got hit. So for those who are wondering what that is PCW Ultra. I believe that's the event in May, if I'm not mistaken. If not, it was probably last year. The person involved was my friend Anthony Pena. That's his name. He was a little tipsy that night and obviously wanted to do a little much to get in front of Jacob Fatu. That was the other one. I believe because in PCW they have a tag team called War Beast, and then they're known as California's best tag team because they're still the reigning and defending PCW tag team champions. So my thoughts on this are very interesting. For one, it was Anthony's fault that he did go over the boundaries. That is one thing. Number two, I think that was it right for Jacob Batu to do what he did. Not necessarily. It could have been in more professional manners. But it kind of, you know what? It was kind of cool to see because that kind of represented me defeating Joe Rogan this week at Legacy for NGT. So, because Joe Rogan, where were you at? You were nowhere to be found. Heel Co for life, man. Okay, you don't understand that. Shout out to Heel Co, by the way, for that. But no, just responding to that video, it was a little unnecessary from Jacob Batu, but I met him in real life. He is one of the nicest people on earth. But yeah, like I kind of deserved it a little bit. TBH, even though you're a friend of mine, Anthony, I'm sorry, but you kind of deserved it.
All right, definitely. I feel like deserved it. Anthony, I know Anthony too, and he definitely deserved it. All right, so let me pull up your video, Matt.
Shout out to PCW.
Shout out to PCW Ultra, and let's share this video. Share screen. And Matty Jay, you'll respond to this video.
One of these days.
Right to the ring. Hangman Adam Page in the house.
And he's going to get a shot at whoever is the AEW World Champion in just a few weeks in Cincinnati on Tuesday Night Dynamite.
Victorious in that battle royal at Grand Slam in New York City, eye to eye, the former AEW.
All right, Matty Jay, you have 90 seconds to respond to Hangman Adam Page confronting.
Cincinnati is going to have a banger of a matchup if that is indeed what's going to happen, because guess what? Who's got a chip? It's MJF, and he could easily just walk into the show before and go, you know what? I'm going to take this chip, take the belt off Mox, and hey, Hangman, it's me, asshole. So it's a very interesting matchup. And of course, the whole scene is very interesting. This could have been anybody else. This could have been Punk versus MJF until Punk decided to pull a Punk when you really think about it. It's tough to think who's going to win. It's going to be Mox, because obviously who's going to win it and face MJF? Who's going to get the most heat? It's in Cincinnati. It's home turf. MJF could literally see everything happen. The Firm comes in, beats everybody up at the end of the match. MJF comes over, hands over the chip to Aubrey Edwards or Bryce Remsburg, whoever the referee happens to be at the time. Ring the bell, foot on chest, 1, 2, 3, maximum heel heat. Or he could just wait till the pay-per-view and do it there. Either way, this is not going to be another very long reign for Mox, unfortunately. But Hangman versus Mox. Yes, please. All of the yes, please.
All right. Good points there. And now we are at the defining moment. So if we get our post-production drum roll, please. There we go. And our winner of episode 2 of Ring the Bell is... it is Matty Jay. Matty Jay, thank you so much for joining us today. And you are our winner. This is, last minute entry and a last minute win. So the last 2 minutes is obviously going straight to you. You have 2 minutes to say whatever you want. Your time starts now.
The WrestleCast will be live tonight is live Saturday, every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to take the rest of the time to simply shout out and give tribute to one of the legends of professional wrestling who passed away last night as of time of recording, Antonio Inoki. A lot of people will know Antonio Inoki as the guy who almost killed his own company back in the 2000s, but that's doing him a great injustice. He and Giant Baba basically made Japanese Puroresu as what it is today. Neither of these men exist. You're not watching New Japan on New Japan World. You're not watching Pro Wrestling Noah. You're not watching All Japan Pro Wrestling. You're not watching a whole lot of Japanese wrestling at all. This man is responsible for Japanese professional wrestling being a thing. Of course, New Japan Pro Wrestling being a thing, the strong style and the fighting spirit and all that stuff. He also is responsible for MMA people coming in and doing MMA things in New Japan. A lot of people don't like to talk about that, by the way. But long story short, he is an absolute legend in this business. WWE Hall of Famer all over the place. Has his run with New Japan ended in the best ways? Probably not, but if you see tributes pouring in from New Japan in the next few weeks, you will understand why. New Japan exists because of the man. And there is a video online. I don't know if you folks seen it, of Antonio Inoki sitting down. It's during a prank show, and a dude in a Spider-Man suit drops down, throws stuff. What's the first thing Antonio Inoki does? Wow! Right across the face. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the ultimate tribute I could do. Man will slap your face off. Some of you might actually like it. Rest in peace, Antonio Inoki, an absolute legend.